sir.
Damn, y'all, that was good. I was loving that shit.
That was nuts, dude.
Good stuff.
Little detect magic.
You guys found my first big city.
Little oopsie doozy there.
Bro,
big city, love big city vibes.
When you did that to me, you shocked me all the way back to the creation standpoint. I was like, what the fuck do I do now? That's one of their most powerful allies, and now they're all gonna fucking hate her. Shit.
Oops.
So yeah.
People need healing potions.
Here's the thing, Ozzy. You weren't supposed to be my character with nightmares. You were not.
Healers.
Why are you getting all the nightmares? I have two others that are already supposed to be obsessed with dreams. It's not supposed to be you! Wow. So first and foremost, did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Always dead.
Second off, I would love to go and talk to you guys each. I want to hear each individually, starting with Wheezy, then we'll go to Daniel, Whitney, Ozzy, and Sus. What was your guys' favorite part about Rachdale? Start with you, Wheezy.
Man. Well, I mean, Mama Goaties. I mean, I'm just the whole time I'm sitting there, you suspect! Like, there's something going on there. And as a player and as Galbrick, I'm like, we gotta fucking knock this bitch's house down. Gotta figure some shit out.
Here's the thing.
All illusion?
It was all illusion.
All of it.
And you guys had a very interesting idea with that go back and detect good and evil. I liked that a lot. They shut you down. But I was like, oh boy, that's going to make things
They
much
were
more
right,
interesting.
though. I mean, it's early.
Was it
Galbrick was
fantastic?
like gung-ho, ready to take care of business right away, bro.
It was a fantastic idea.
It was, but we've already fucked with enough
Yeah.
magical beings for right now.
Bruh, when
And it
he's-
was day one.
Dude, when Ozzy straight up said, I'm just enamored by everything in here, I'd love to throw up a detect magic, I was just like,
Yeah.
Oh, you broke.
No!
We saw you broke.
Yeah.
Break.
yeah, I was like, no! So then I was like, all right, I'm going to roll and see if she could see him doing this and counterspell
Yeah.
it. And I rolled a natural 1.
Oh man.
And I was like, it's supposed to happen.
interesting.
Crazy.
So, all right, Mama Goaties.
And I also loved the smithing. The smithing was cool. Figuring out how that's gonna work.
I really like that mechanic because the way that I'm thinking of it is, I would love for you to be able to use a certain gold's worth of material components and make. I try to do the same thing with Kaz. Make equipment for your party. Build that bond.
It's always difficult to do that in D&D too, because it's not super well built to make it easier for characters to grow.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, Dad, that I also have a proficiency in smithing as
Right.
all my characters.
Yeah,
so.
and down the road, I see you guys working together with that really, really well. The whole biggest thing that I'm doing it with him is he's a cleric of the Forge.
Oh,
His
I
entire
understood
religion is based in the crafting of this stuff. So I wanted to try and play heavy into that early, with
100%.
with the thought of these two dwarves are going to be the dynamic duo of making shit for their party, and it's going to be fantastic. That's why I wanted you to help with the chain in the second session to start building upon that.
I was so pissed. I had the like 20, and then the 22, and then 30.
I had a feeling that's the way it was
I'm
going to go.
sorry.
I had a feeling that's the way it was going to go. But hey, the thing is, after each failure, like in life, where the
Learn from it.
you learn from your mistakes, the DC is going to drop until you pass. Because eventually, like, you fuck up until you don't fuck up anymore. That's life. Especially as somebody who works with metal on a daily basis, that's exactly how you learn, is you fuck up, you fix it, and you don't do it again. So,
Oh,
My music is just we
Vibes,
we are in the whimsical section of the playlist right now.
I was vibing it. I was here for it.
Wonderful. All right, Daniel. Rockdale.
Yeah, man. First off, I love how you've separated into this, like, basically four like subsections, and like every single part has, like, its diverse areas and meanings and what it's all about. But yeah, I mean, obviously that situation was very crazy that we went through, but I think other than that, I just I really am enjoying the layout of the map, and then all the diversity of people and things going on there. And I don't know, I like it. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Whitney.
I'm gonna be best friends with Tamara.
I had a lot of fun playing Tamara. I was sweating my ass off playing Tamara.
So good.
But I was literally
So good.
like, when I wrote Tamara, I was like, what would it be if I gave my 5-year-old a PhD and an 8-ball? I was like, let's
Perfect.
figure that out.
Oh my god.
It was awesome. I had a feeling you were going to fall in love with Tamara.
It's great.
I fell in love writing her. I was like, I got to give this girl something to take the edge off, because I don't know if I can do this every single time. I'm like, this is a lot.
As soon as you were like, little 2 foot, I was like,
Fran.
Oh, man. All right, Maximus.
Oh,
Ozzy.
what a tease it was to see this giant fighting ring in the middle of town. Aspen, I know, itching to fight, and
I was
Max on his newfound path for glory to be shut down. Like, yeah, it's not in season.
Yeah. I got to keep you humble.
Absolutely, but it's not totally useless. Like, there's still some of the occasional fights that we can do. But just all, like, the little things that we've come across. Like, no, that's 6 months. No, this, like, listen, this is gonna take 10 days before we even get you in. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be tomorrow. It's like, makes you feel like there's a lot more going on than just A to B to C to D. Like, if this continues and we keep getting more questions like that, it's on us to, like, where are we going? And it makes the world feel living and alive,
Right.
instead of just going on one.
I wanted, when I made Rockdale, I wanted a place, because with Grey Banner was a great one-shot city. There was places to interact. There was people to interact with, and important people to the story. But there was no room to grow. It was very linear. Rockdale's the first city I've ever written with the intention of expansion. So it was a good dry run for Metropolis-level cities down the road. Or even expansive travel or anything like that, where I was like, I don't want it to just be, you have this, and this you can do. I want there to be a timeline that establishes an extended stay, if you want. Or you could be like, you know what? We made our quick money. We're going to go see what the rest of the Isles are like. Be like, okay, well, that at least has its own ecosystem that when you come back, that stuff's still going to be there.
Absolutely. Or if if somehow we're like 6 months in game time, we're like, you know what, we could make it back in time for the trials.
Exactly.
One thing I was thinking is about asking around to see who builds the ships.
Yeah, we gotta
Figure out
get
if
going on this
here's
ship
where we
stuff.
could
Yep.
look into it.
I thought that's where he was going when he was saying he was going to the docks, and I said, "Oh, he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to
It
go
was a
find a
little
shipwright."
It was a little late for that. But
It's all good. Awesome, good. And Jesse, what's your favorite? What's your favorite part of Rockdale so far?
Oh, I'm loving the NPCs. So just all of them have been
Good, awesome.
amazing. Mama Goldie, I think I'm really liking her, but I think for the opposite reason of she's like that mysterious, dangerous.
She's
but-
living rent free in all of our heads.
Exactly.
She's living rent free in mine. Y'all are just obsessed.
I'll be 100% honest.
Now you're just scared.
I've used these NPCs in a different one shot, and I wanted to expand upon them because I loved them so much. When I wrote her, I didn't think she was going to be the one that you were going to fixate on. I thought it was going to be Tatko. Because Tatko's in charge. And Tatko's at the same time like this grumpy, brush you off guy that somehow has a gorgeous tiefling as a wife. And I was just like, this, and also like he's powerful enough to get pulled by the captain of the guard for a one-on-one meeting for a job that the guard can't handle. You know, so the fact it was such a shocking, pleasant turn of events that I couldn't help but enjoy every second of it. So
Tatko's changed a lot from that one shot.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
He couldn't give you the same character twice.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I expected that.
I couldn't. And the thing is with Tatko, I initially wrote him as an idea for a PC if I ever wanted to play him down the road. Or if I ever wanted to play like a monster hunter or a retired, warrior that was trying to earn some final glory or something like that. But I just love him as an NPC, as a guy, as like a puppet master, like not even a puppet master, as like a boss that everybody wants. Treats his people decent, pays them good, and finds the good jobs for them. Then, yeah, so I'm loving them. Now, as far as the shopping goes, I'm loving it. What certain stuff are you guys looking to do with your characters in your inventory so that I can try and plan around that? And instead of coming up with stuff off the rip and being like, okay, yes, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. What sort of items could you possibly be looking for? And you don't have to tell me, or just like if you have an idea of how you see the equipping of your character going, like what direction. Obviously, I have my 3 tanky boys that are going to be big weapons, big shields, big armor. I'm more interested in the 2 of you because I have a barbarian that doesn't fight with weapons, and I have a fairy that's too small for weapons. So, help, please.
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Something
But
to
I
think
can-
about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might help once we start going to know what we're dealing with more.
Right. I know that, Jess, you've sent me a lot of grappling videos on TikTok lately. A lot of grappling videos. To the point where I'm like, she's gonna make this freaking barbarian a kill you with my bare hands barbarian. Which I'm all about, especially with the wild nature of a druid. But if you want to chase something else, like if you're going to lean more into the druid side of it, just let me know, and that way I can prepare stuff around that. Because the last thing I want is to prepare for 5 melee fighters when I have 4 melee fighters and a druid. So, and what about you, Miss Whitney?
I don't know yet. I've never done a combat with spells.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I have spells, I kind of want to see how that
I
works
thought that was going to
out.
be interesting, and I thought that might change some things because
Yeah.
when I played Warlock for the first time, and I got access to smacking somebody from 100 feet away, I was like, I need to do this all the time. This is the greatest thing that's ever been invented. So, you guys just keep me updated as to what you would like to do with your characters, and I'll adapt around that. Now, my beefy boys, you're always simple. You're meatheads. I'm a meathead. I can plan for that. Wheezy, you're not necessarily a meathead, but you're playing a meathead, so we'll make it work. I had one more question that I wanted to talk to you guys about.
I do want to talk to you in the future about not necessarily getting new items all the time, but upgrading his own armor. along
Absolutely.
the way.
I had a feeling that you were going to want to do that, and we kind of did it with Ragot in the past with Kaz. So we can absolutely talk about, you increasing the armor class or swapping enchantments or anything like that.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, I don't have anything particular in mind yet, but I'm good.
well, there's also going to be. I don't see. For you to be able to build fresh or to upgrade your current armor, you won't be able to do anything physical until you're a craftsman.
Yeah. I figured
You won't
that.
be able to do anything magical until you're an elite craftsman. So, and then master craftsman, you can do whatever the fuck you want once every given period of time.
Okay.
I'm excited to see how that all works out.
Me too. Me too. I thought it was going to be cool, and then we started doing it, and I was like, that's fucking sick. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Already.
You guys got any questions for me?
I do have one quick question.
Go for it.
Your ruling on components with spells.
Mhm.
So how by the book do you typically go with what components?
I've
we
never
need?
done by the book in the past necessarily. If it has a material value, like an actual listed coinage value, I consider it incredibly important. Again, I'm a rule of cool guy. Like if you want it for your descriptions, great. If you just want to say, I stop by the apothecary and I fill my components bag for, so many days of spell casting, I'll be like, okay, that'll cost you 100 gold and you're good for a month. Outside
I know we
of
talked about like revivify though, those big spells. That
outside,
have
like again,
potential
outside of
game-breaking things.
outside of material components, like where it requires a certain coinage level to qualify. I leave that up to you.
Okay. So if it's like a leaf of sumac or something like that, we're good. Okay.
I also, since you're a druid, any natural components, you can druid craft those. I'm good with that.
Okay.
You've just got to remember and say, hey, every long rest before bed, I'm going to druid craft my next day's components. Boom, easy peasy.
Would there be an option to learn how to make our own potions?
That's a certain possibility.
Okay.
You did just piss off somebody that was willing to teach, potentially.
Yeah.
But also, like Tatko said, she'll be willing to move on when she said her piece. I mean, I think she kind of said something, so
Hopefully,
we'll see.
yeah. She hurt
I don't know
Ozzy's
how
brain
to
to say her piece.
All right.
Anybody else before we call it a night?
Lucci.
I think so.
All right.
It'd be great.
Well,
Thank you.
that is a wonderful 18-minute short rest. Thanks for playing with me, guys. I'll holler at you
Sweet.
next time.